Salut les élèves, j'espère que vous allez bien. This is a presentation on the pronouns lequel, celui-ci, and celui-là. Now this is a supplement to Grammaire 7.1 from Bien dit Level 1. This is just a little something extra to go along with the grammar that we've learned in this chapter. You've already learned the interrogative adjectives quel, and quel, as well as the demonstrative adjectives ce, cette, and c'est. But you can also use interrogative pronouns and demonstrative pronouns to replace nouns entirely. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look. Les pronoms interrogatifs. In English, the interrogative pronouns are which one and which ones. Now we can use one or ones to avoid repeating a noun. For example, there are a lot of shoes. Which ones do you want? Now we can see that the word ones, in this case a pronoun, is replacing the noun shoes. That way we don't have to say shoes twice. We can also use interrogative pronouns in French to do the same thing. Now this is the same sentence but just in French. Il y a beaucoup de chaussures ici. Lesquelles est-ce que tu veux? Now, we're using lesquels, the pronoun lesquels, in order to not have to repeat the word chaussures. So there are 4 interrogative pronouns in French. For which one, in the singular. In the masculine, we have lequel, lequel. In the feminine, we have laquelle, laquelle. And for which ones, in the plural, the masculine and feminine forms in the plural are both pronounced lesquels, lesquels. But notice that they're written differently. The masculine plural just has an S at the end, and the feminine plural has an extra L plus ES. So again, lequel, laquelle, lesquels, lesquels. And these mean which one and which ones. Quelques exemples. Il y a 2 livres. Lequel est-ce que tu voudrais lire? Il y a 2 livres. Lequel est-ce que tu voudrais lire? Lequel here is replacing the phrase quel livre, which book. So we're saying which one would you like to read? Lequel. J'aime bien cette chemise. Laquelle? La bleue ou la verte? J'aime bien cette chemise. Laquelle? La bleue ou la verte? So laquelle is replacing quelle chemise. Il y a beaucoup de crayons ici. Lesquels sont à toi? Il y a beaucoup de crayons ici. Lesquels sont à toi? Now, lesquels here is replacing quel crayon, which pencils. Il y a des lunettes là-bas. Lesquelles préfères-tu? Il y a des lunettes là-bas. Lesquelles préfères-tu? Here, lesquelles is replacing quelles lunettes. Now, you probably already noticed this, but the interrogative pronoun has to agree with the noun it replaces. So, quel livre is replaced with lequel, masculine form, right? Quelle chemise, replaced with laquelle, feminine. Quel crayon, lesquels, masculine plural. Quelles lunettes, lesquelles, feminine plural. So those are the interrogative pronouns. Now we come to les pronoms démonstratifs, the demonstrative pronouns. Now in English, these are this one, that one, these, and those. Now we could say these ones are those ones, but we don't always do that. Again, we can use one or ones to avoid repeating a noun. So our example in English is, I don't like that shirt, I prefer this one. Here the pronoun one is replacing the noun shirt, and that way we don't have to repeat the word shirt. We can also use demonstrative pronouns in French to do the same thing. Je n'aime pas cette chemise-là, je préfère celle-ci. So celle-ci is replacing cette chemise-ci. And this just means the same thing as the English sentence. I don't like that shirt, I prefer this one. Je n'aime pas cette chemise-là, je préfère celle-ci. Now let's look at the demonstrative pronouns in French. So let's look at them first, and then we'll break them down. celui-ci, celle-ci, celui-là, celle-là, ceux-ci, celle-ci, ceux-là, celle-là. Now, demonstrative pronouns must also agree with the noun that they replace in both gender and number. Remember that number is singular or plural, right? So the singular forms, celui and celle. To say this one in French. For masculine nouns, to say this one, use celui-ci, celui-ci. Remember that we can tack ci onto a noun to say this one here. And we can do the same thing with the demonstrative pronouns. So celui-ci means this one when replacing a masculine noun. Par exemple, ce crayon-là est à Marie. Celui-ci est à moi. Ce crayon-là est à Marie. Celui-ci est à moi. So, by using celui-ci, we avoid saying ce crayon twice. That pencil is Marie's. This one is mine. Quel vélo est à toi? Celui-ci, le vert. Quel vélo est à toi? Celui-ci, le vert. And for feminine nouns, to say this one, we say celle-ci. Cette chemise-là est rouge. Celle-ci est bleue. Cette chemise-là est rouge. Celle-ci est bleue. Tu achètes quelle calculatrice? Celle-ci, la TI 84. Tu achètes quelle calculatrice? Celle-ci, la TI 84. And to say that one in French, we swap out ci for la. So that one in French, for masculine nouns, we use celui-là, celui-là. Par exemple, ce gâteau-ci est au chocolat et celui-là est aux fraises. Ce gâteau-ci est au chocolat et celui-là est aux fraises. Again, we're replacing ce gâteau and avoiding having to repeat it for a second time by using celui. Celui-là est aux fraises. That one is strawberry flavor. Quel sac est à toi? Celui-là, le noir. Quel sac est à toi? Celui-là, le noir. And to say that one for feminine nouns, use celle-là, celle-là. Cette chemise-ci est bleue. Celle-là est rouge. Cette chemise-ci est bleue. Celle-là est rouge. Quelle trousse est à Alex? Celle-là, la blanche. Quelle trousse est à Alex? Celle-là, la blanche. So, to recap, for this one in French, celui-ci in the masculine, celle-ci in the feminine. To say that one, celui-là in the masculine, celle-là in the feminine. Now we get to the plural forms, ce and celle. To say these or these ones in French, if you're replacing a masculine noun, use ceux-ci, ceux-ci. Ces ordinateurs-là sont des Chromebooks. Ceux-ci sont des PC. Ces ordinateurs-là sont des Chromebooks. Ceux-ci sont des PC. Quels gants tu achètes? Ceux-ci, les bleus. Quels gants tu achètes? Ceux-ci, les bleus. To say these ones for feminine nouns, use celle-ci, celle-ci. And notice this time we put an S at the end of celle, because it's in the plural. Ces gommes-là sont blanches. Celles-ci sont roses. Ces gommes-là sont blanches. Celles-ci sont roses. Now we're using celle to replace ces gommes, these erasers. Celles-ci sont roses. These ones are pink. Tu achètes quelles chaussures? Celles-ci, les grises. Tu achètes quelles chaussures? Celles-ci, les grises. To say those or those ones, for masculine nouns, use ceux-là, ceux-là. Je n'aime pas ces macarons-ci, je préfère ceux-là. Je n'aime pas ces macarons-ci, je préfère ceux-là. Now, ce is replacing ces macarons. Je préfère ceux-là. I prefer those, or I prefer those ones. Quels crayons sont à toi? Ceux-là, les verts. Quels crayons sont à toi? Ceux-là, les verts. And for feminine nouns, to say those or those ones, use celle-là. Celle-là. Ces gommes-ci sont roses. Celles-là sont blanches. Ces gommes-ci sont roses. Celles-là sont blanches. Tu achètes quelles fleurs? Celles-là, les jaunes. Tu achètes quelles fleurs? Celles-là, les jaunes. And that's it. C'est tout. I hope this was helpful. And again, you're not going to have to actively know these, but they are good for recognition. And if you want to try your hand at using them, go for it. Vas-y. Alors c'est tout. À bientôt.